Hi everyone, I'm Chad Shoop, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about my current take that I have on the volatile market that we are seeing right now and how you can profit from this. But before I jump into that, I just want to make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, that you scroll below, that you click subscribe so that way you don't miss out on any of my new weekly videos that I post. And if you enjoy my videos, be sure to give it a thumbs up to show me your support. Now, before we jump into the video though, I'd love to hear if you are making profits during this pullback that we saw in the month of May, and if so, what strategies did you use to accomplish this? You can leave me a comment below this video as well, and I'll be sure to give you a reply. So now that when we look into this current weakness that we've seen in the market, it really happened starting on April 30th. That was the peak in the market. That was the top. And it really coincided with the sell in May and go away mentality for the weakest 6 months of the year. That's May through October. So we saw this pullback in May where the S&P 500 has fallen nearly 5%. But on the day right before May started, on April 30th, I sent you a note and a video as well, letting you know about my different take that I have on these current 6 months and how you can have more actionable advice and a better approach to this time period, so that way you can still generate profits. And at the time, I told you to jump into the Consumer Staples ETF, and that fund was a great place to be sitting during this pullback, because even though it dipped, it was down a slight 1%. The S&P 500 pulled back 5%, so you were doing much better than the S&P 500. You were outperforming the market, so it was still a nice place to go with your cash, and it proved to be a safe sector during this volatile period. But in my seasonal service that I run, Automatic Profits Alert, we continue to hold certain stocks that showed strength during this time period, and a couple of those were up 30% and even 50% in the month of May alone. So we saw enormous strength in some of our positions that we were holding during this time period, and it's all thanks to that mentality of diversifying away. We didn't go completely bearish, even though we've seen profits on bearish trades during this time period as well. We also held onto those bullish stocks and saw enormous profits on those, and those were really the reward that we had for diversifying going into May. And now that we are getting into the month of June, we have another prime season that's coming up on my calendar, and it's the computer technology sector. So this sector is set to really rip higher here over the second half of the year. And now after the recent pullback that we've seen, it's a great opportunity to jump in and benefit from this seasonal trend that shows strength during these weakest 6 months. So if you don't have much exposure to tech stocks, this includes stocks like Apple, Microsoft, Intel, plus many others, you can use the Technology Select Sector SPDR ETF, ticker symbol XLK, to add exposure to these stocks. They've pulled back about 7% here in the month of May alone, and they're ready to rip higher throughout the next half of the year. The prime season will be set to end in February, but once you get through December and into January, you can start to look for a nice exit point after we've seen the strong rally. And of course, in my seasonal service, I'm going to be recommending a specific stock that will be set to rally much higher than the sector itself, and then be set to outperform not only the market, but the tech sector, and hand us a reward likely in the 30% to 50% range for this potential for this stock, especially with the current market environment that we've been seeing. So it's one I'm very excited about jumping into, but of course those are reserved for my premium subscribers only. And so if you want to learn more about that service, I've included a link below that I'll share with you all the details on how you can join me and get that trade alert that I'll be having in the coming weeks. So thanks for tuning in today. That's all I have for my video. And if you want to read more, I'll have a link to the full article below as well. And be sure to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below, so that way you get updated on my content, on my new videos that I post each and every week with new research. And if you click the bell, you'll get a notification whenever I post a new video, so that way you don't miss out on any of my updates. Well, until next time, I'm Chad Shoop.